Hello, and welcome back again to Banished. What we've done since the last series is absolutely nothing, but we are changing our recording format a little bit, offering you true HD. It's going to make seeing a little of those details that have been pointed out, it'll make it a lot easier to be able to visually see them. We're going to load right back into our city. This is the first game I've been playing, and this is the second that we're currently on. Where did we leave? We just got through winter. We got some food coming in. We have firewood being chopped. Did we get the herb hut in? The herbalist? Yes, we did. Okay. We currently have 15 people and 7 children. And they're all living in... Oh, we do have a couple houses down. Excellent. Good. Good. Oh, I miss playing this game. We can see in our reserves we have a fair amount of logs, stone, and iron. Down here we can see our forester going to work. 4 people currently staffed at it. They're going out collecting lumber, stone, and iron, whatever they find in their fields. So how do we want to do this? Where do we want most of our housing to be? It looks like we have some room back here to expand in some more houses. And then having the houses near the well is going to be a benefit too. Since our builders have nothing to do currently, let's get some more housing in. I can't quite get them symmetrical. Maybe we can put some spacing in. Oh, we're low on food. Why did we not check food first? We didn't check our food reserves. Is the first thing we did. Where is our food? What's this? Squash and corn. Squash and corn coming to the rescue. But that won't be for a bit. How are our gatherers doing for food? We could add in another gatherer. I'd probably put them down here. Gatherer. Oh, a hunting cabin too. Are they fully staffed? They are not. Let's take our supply of wood demand down a bit and add that to food. That's a sensible thing to do. And let's re-examine our little neighborhood we want to put in. I don't mind having every house jam-packed wall to wall. Maybe we should give the people on this street a little bit more room. Oh, what's this? Does the terrain keep me from using this? Okay. That'll work. One here. We'll put one in here. And for the remainder we can put one more spot. Oh, that'll look nice. I think that'll look great. See if I can put the row down in properly. Alright. Population will be growing. Food, I hope it will be making a comeback. And this could be a much shorter series than I intended it to be. We are doing quite well on our firewood. Where is it then? Did I put one down here? Yeah, here it is. Here's the firewood stacked up. This storage yard is under half full. Same as this one. I think we're gonna go into our capacity limits. Put a lot higher priority on our firewood. Oh, we already done that. That'll do. In the meantime, we have the houses coming in. It's gonna help boost the population some. Food seems to be making a recovery. We're fine on how much we're storing. So the storage barn, of course, will do all of your food, textiles, clothing, and tools. And then your stockpile is what's going to be used for all of our materials: stone, coal, iron, logs. The market, something that will be set up later on in the game. It's a large building, and you want to have this close to distribute food. Trading post is definitely something that we're going to want to get in. And I don't want it to be so far away are the traders going to be coming in on? This main river here. Okay, so they'll come in here from the east. And the closest point will intersect the town then will be right up here. So this, we'll keep in mind that we want this to be a commercial port. Which means we're free to fish down here and up here. Which makes me also think that when we expand our town, we're definitely going to want to expand in this direction. Having an initial place here for some population is fine, but we're going to have two parts of the town then. We'll have a population pool here ready to go to work for our little first original downtown area, farming area, and then we're going to make the next neighborhood then down in this area perhaps? Somewhere into here. It'll come together in time. So we can think about getting a blacksmith going, as well as a tailor. Currently our clothes are the bigger priority than tools, so that's the first thing we'll do then. How are our two builders doing? They've already got, how do you say that one? Sorenton and Kylar moved out. But it looks like we have around 4 or 5 more families looking to get out of the boarding house. That being said, I'd rather have clothing ready for them, and then we'll get to their house. So what tailors will use is cotton, leather hide, and they can combine the two together too to make warm jackets eventually. So when you're putting this tailor down, you don't want it to be so far away from where they're going to get their materials from. That being said, I have no idea where we're going to end up putting pastures for cotton. And the leather is going to be coming from our hunting camps, and they're going to be moving it all the way into our stockpile building here. So anywhere in this old downtown area should be a good fit for a tailor. Put a tailor in front of a farm? Or use this space for another farm? Maybe I can do both. Yeah, that'll be fine. We don't want to be without coats, and we're already in the autumn. There's turn Elliot. Turn Elliot gathering fuel for the winter. Followed closely by Rozzo. She's picking up iron. No, she has an iron tool, and she's currently building a tailor. That's a little easier. I can view the citizen's home. Oh, I didn't even know that. This is where she lives. Across from the dreaded boarding house that she was first limited to living in for 3 months before building her first house, and then she just decided to keep building. Build. And she's building with Zeely. We don't have any schools in, and that's what's going to control the education. Before you have a chance to build a school, I couldn't tell you why one is an educated builder and one is not. Okay, we've now in the middle of autumn. We've already almost doubled our housing population for families to move out of the boarding house. And they have been busy. Oh my. Both Amberley and Chlorine. Chlorine? Esto and Verta. The builder and forester combo. I have 3 builders, huh? I didn't know that. Aaron and Gerald. The woodcutter and hunter. And Haskellin, that's my vote for mayor right there. Haskellin, he don't take no gruff with Mabelar. Oh, we might not be able to finish this building. Not enough stones for the job. Well, not a problem at the get-go. Because we have stones right in our front yards. Fetch them and bring them to the build sites. We're next out of clothing. No, I don't want to collect stone here. And we must be full up on firewood. That's great. We're going to have 600 logs to make seeds for the winter. Even if it says we only have 466. What's the problem here? Are we out of... Oh. I do see the problem. Scale back on the foresters, and we didn't have enough firewood to keep everyone going. Ah. Gotta grow that population. How'd the food turn out? This one person came up with 216 squash. In comparison to corn, whoops, it's 364. Now, I don't know if that's because this was the first field that, oh, right, because we completed this field first and then tried to rush this one in. So that's why this corn was able to get so much more than the squash was able to produce for this year. Welcome, Gardo. Where's Gardo? Oh, you're not here, are you, Gardo? Oh, good. You'll never know the horrors of the boarding house. The horrors of that spooky wood. Gardo? Where are you, Gardo? You're not in the you're not in the boom house? boom house. Gardo! There's Gardo. Making Kyler proud every time she comes home from gathering food for the whole town. Look at this! We have food for the winter! Oh! Glorious be the crops and the people who attend them. Glory to the hunters who've come up with both the clothing and the food. I bet you this is a prime source of food. 400 venison compared to our gatherers. Why do I keep forgetting where our gatherers are? Do we have a gatherer? Yes. Maybe if we find the gatherers, they'll show us where they're from. Oh, look at that. Look, he's gathering. Come here. Gotcha. You'll show us where to go, huh? This is where our food comes from. You see, they come out in the forest and they make a basket. And they leave that basket there, just in case Yogi Bear comes out, because the hunters are just right over this ridge. Just waiting. And I think one Yogi Bear might feed everyone here for a whole week of winter. Got the stones. Need a couple logs. We can accelerate that along. No, not like that. It's like this. And so one of the best things about a farm, or maybe the worst thing, but the positive I see out of it is that your people aren't working the fields. So anyone that's assigned to work on a farm, there are now extra laborers just waiting for something to do during any month that they're not growing food. The builders are waiting for the materials, so they've joined in. There's Mayor Haskellin, the farmer. Might want to get a move on. Baby Gardo's getting cold. He wants a custom-made fleece jacket. And if there's nothing else, we want the best for Gardo. One might question why a gatherer needs bins and fireplace and heat and everything. Just work out of your home. But it does help affect the range of where they're going to be building. I suppose if you were, if this was your range, you wouldn't find. Oh God. Gotta keep chopping the wood. I'm gonna take one of the farmers off, probably our mayor, just to get this building up quicker. I can then split up the builders into being a laborer and a tailor. And as long as this farmer's ready to go by early spring, no harm done. Let's start thinking about next year. What do we want to accomplish? Well, we're going to have to get more materials if we want to grow anything. We can probably send out some scavenging parties now and start stocking up on the stone. And since this is all area I want to build in anyway, this would be the perfect place to clear out. Alright, let's get going then. Whoever's not busy, can you please get busy? Don't say food. Okay. Good. Okay, we want some room to build. Look at all the trees we're going to get out of this deal. It's the winter of foraging. Here we are in the heart of downtown. Looking at all the hustle and bustle. Man, they almost forgot to saw that corner. Oh. If you don't saw the stone, you'll never make it through spring. How are we doing? 82%. Everyone's healthy, everyone's happy. Oh, they're so generous. Just keep them running out in the woods to go get all the trees and stone. Oh, they're just the happiest people in the world. What are you doing? Did you get logs out of that well? It says it picked up resources. I saw you next to that well. You must have been wishing for logs. She wished for a log. Where's she going? Where are you going with that log? Can't hide from me. Huh. That wasn't what I was expecting to happen. So she brought the logs out and into the wilderness. Oh, right. It's another Yogi Bear trap. I understand. That's what we're doing. I'm sure there's an obvious reason she brought wood out to the middle of nowhere and dropped it down from a well. Middle of winter. Let's check on the fuel. That's doing great. Woodcutters are working, chopping up the logs. Right? Where are you, woodcutters? Did you not know I could find you at any time? Woodcutter, where are you? Working. What are you working on? What were you just doing over there? Oh. He's got to go pick up logs, and I guess there weren't any logs next to him. We've chopped them all. He's going to get our extra reserve pile of logs. Ah, you're lucky. Well, I'm going to remember that, Heron. Stopping on your way. You were in the middle of town. You were just sitting there to be noticed. What would your wife think of this? Who is your wife, Heron? Since I just figured out this button. Oh. Heron. Heron. Look at this, the tailor's ready to go. Hooray! We got some extra builders. We'll have our farmer in place come spring. I don't have to remember to put anyone there yet. That's always a plus. And we have the extra guy who can be an extra forester. Now we didn't do any too rapidly big expansions. We increased our children from 7 to 9. In the following year, I'd like to fill this out with some more houses. Think about getting a school, perhaps, and having some educated workforce come in. Ooh, I'm seeing the grass. We're gonna make it through winter again. Chopping logs. Ooh! This is what I mean to do every time I click that. See if we can get some of these bigger trees here before they fall over like that. Oh, I was about to come get you too. Okay, good. It's these are all big trees. These are the perfect trees to harvest. This might be the most mildest winter I've seen. It's 35 degrees late winter. I bet you one more snow is going to come and just like everyone's going to be like, oh, put away the jackets. It's time to go to work on the master plan. And then snow it in. You go out to go pick up that basket, picnic basket you left out in the field, and never find your way home. Everything just turns into a big white blizzard. We have 24 stones. I'm going to leave these stones in this circle up the forester to go pick up whenever he deems it necessary to do. We got stones across the river. Some stones up here we can pick up. Might be a little bit rough finding some stone later on. Early spring. We have 2 empty laborers. Let's get them to work. Yes, house please. And since we have a little time, what model house is going to fit best in the neighborhood? No, I don't want a chimney out on the street. That looks a lot like the other houses. Oh, look, but the chimney comes out the side. I like that. That's pretty cool. Wham! And then we can get, maybe we don't want houses on this street right here. Maybe we put the school here. That might work. How much room's on the other side then? I can't build one until here. Oh, that's fine. Cool, 2 more houses in place. Certainly going to put our demand on lumber and stone. Oh, and we... Well, you're out of leather already, are you? Well, you're a quick worker. Well, if that's the case, let's get you out looking for trees. I have 0 builders? That's not the plan. Okay, let's get like that. Let's do it like that. Well, it looks like we have a couple new coats, but until some leather shows up, there's nothing much for them to do. And it doesn't hurt to have a little stockpile of leather. 16 last year, 6 leather this year. Is this picking up at all? Oof. They haven't done much yet. In the 1 month they've been operating this year. And here's a good example here of the trees that they've planted already. It was within their circle. And anything that's in this circle will be replanted. So that means that eventually we're going to be moving our forester lodge further south to get out of our big main square here. So we don't need little saplings popping up on every empty space we have, and there won't be many. There won't be many empty spaces in here eventually. Munching on the berries. Corn. Heard corn lasted this long already. I thought they'd eat the corn up before winter. Venison. These aren't bad eats. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I'd love to have some onions in my venison. Cook it up with some herbs. Oh, add some berries to it. Just keep my stomach happy when I'm done. 8 children. Reserves of logs are low. Vacity has become an adult and is working as a laborer. Fantastic. Everyone's busy. Busy, busy. Ha! The royal crop of squash. Nice. I think things are starting to balance out. I don't think we'll see that food message pop up for a bit now that we have 2 farms going. And again, what I did is I measured out these crop fields to be the biggest size I can get for 1 person to work. It seems to be the efficient way for me to do it. And I think 16 is that magic number. Well, this is only 10, 15. I thought I could make them 16 before they were too big for 1 person. Yeah, that's 16. This one is not 16. Optical illusion. Huh. Alright, welcome to spring. If you guys are up your capacity already, we can use you working somewhere else. There. Full workforce, no laborers. Later on in the game, it's nice to have laborers ready in your pool. That way, if you need something done immediately, such as something cleared out or brought to, they're available for that. But also, if something were to happen, whether it's an accident, a death, or passing away by old age, any laborers in this pool will automatically replace that worker, and you won't have to worry about which industry is missing somebody or where they need to go. But that's not going to happen until our population has increased, and that's what we're looking to do now. Trying to balance our food input to our population intake. We're gonna set up some fish. Fishy fish. I wonder if we could build a road this way. That would open up a lot of opportunity. Please? No, not even close. You're not gonna go through here at all. Well, I've been trying to work with this tunnel system a little bit, and I haven't been able to get it to work correctly, and I don't know what the costs are for using it. Is that 4 pieces of stone per length? Oh, a tunnel will work right here. Excellent. We're gonna need some stone on tap for this. I'll leave my stones be collected by him, and we can go out and collect stone here. We could get a bridge up and you pick up the stone up here. I think I'll save the labor force and anyone who isn't busy, if there is anyone not busy. Yeah, pick up the stones in this area here. That should be about 60 stone. Yes. Fisherill the builder. We gotta get some fishing stuff up for you. Oh, I bet you're just gonna throw your tool down and you're like, I am a born fisherman. With that city. We still got two families? One family left to get moved out, and the boarding house can be only populated by the ghouls, goblins, and ghosts that roam the halls of the boarding house. The Polter house. Alright, last thing we want to get done before we bid adieu to episode 2 find some logs to get after, and let's think about where we want this bridge. Because we want something for these guys to get done right away. I probably want a bridge. I probably want 2 bridges. So let's start bridge number 1 here. Excellent. This will enable us to get the resources from over here. Probably set up some fishing villages up here. Oh, that's gonna be nice. I can just tell there's good fish up in here. We'll go around. We'll make sure everyone has their own house and home for their family, and then we can start thinking about having homes that they're ready for their future families. As to where, bad example. Chlorine will probably go with the neighbor. Oh, Gardo. Yeah, Gardo and Chlorine. That's my call right there. 9-year-old and 3-year-old? I've seen. There's a 4-year-old here. That might be a little bit more appropriate, perhaps. Amberly and Gardo. Yeah, that might work out a little bit better. We gotta get the tools thing going right after that bridge. Okay, we'll get the tools in for the blacksmith, and then we'll have a reason to pick up this iron here too. I don't have any problems with having a blacksmith across from the tailor. It's good enough fit. What are we going to need for this? 55 blocks of stone. We have 52. We need 32 blocks of iron. We have 64. We seem to have just enough logs. Okay, it looks like this is a pretty good place to leave off. We have future expansion plans for the fishing village. Almost everyone is out of the boarding house. Oh, almost everybody. We'll get that done. We will get this done. Coats are being produced. Again. And shortly we'll get our iron to work by building some iron tools. As soon as the builders have time to complete a bridge and get to work. Alright. Thanks a lot for showing up again. This has been Banished. Thanks a lot for watching.